a question very, very often asked as well is, what does it cost me if I hire you, the law firm, to pursue a claim against whomever? And by the way, not only what does it cost me, how am I ever going to fund this lawsuit? And how am I ever going to pay you, the attorney? What happens in every case is the defendants have an insurance company and their funds to defend a case are nearly limitless. So the question posed by a potential client of the firm, how am I ever going to fund this, is a very astute question. Plaintiffs' law firms take on plaintiffs' cases on a contingency fee basis. What does that mean? That means that there's an agreement that's signed that authorizes the law firm to represent you. That's the number one thing it does, because obviously a firm cannot represent a client unless we're authorized in writing to do so. The Florida bar and every bar that I'm aware of requires that. The second thing the contingency fee agreement does is it sets forth a fee agreement. It says a law firm only acquires a fee, which is a certain percentage of a gross recovery. In the event there is a recovery, in other words, no recovery, no fee. Of course, that's a worst case scenario. But the third thing a contingency fee agreement does is it spells out that in many, many instances, particularly if clients are not in a position to assist with their own file, that the firm will advance costs. We have advanced costs of $100,000. What are costs? Well, the court reporter, when he attends and takes a videotape deposition, when a lawyer for the firm flies to California to take depositions of witnesses in California, when anything that costs a third-party vendor, anybody who helps, the videographer, the court reporters, as I mentioned, anyone, when those costs, they expect to be paid. Who's going to pay those? Firms such as plaintiff's injury law firms advance those costs. Costs can be $100,000, $50,000 in one case, $100,000 in another case. We've had a case where, because we felt so strongly about the case, the actual advance costs were just short of $1 million. We understand those are costs that can't be advanced by individuals. And that's why it's very, very important to pick a law firm who can do exactly that on your behalf, as opposed to settling early for a lesser sum. You need to let the other side know that the firm they've hired, the firm you've hired on your behalf, is well financed to pursue your claim to the end.